with no further ado, let battle commence!
It's the Battle of Flowers and one of Jersey's summertime highlights for locals and tourists alike. It rocks its way down the main highway of the capital St Helier. Think floral floats and marching majorettes and add street performers from across Europe.
Everybody says every year it's the very one best, but there's a lot of humour behind this battle, and that's really fun. It's carnival, people love it. There's people, all the parishes, they get together for days, for weeks, they just work and prepare everything. And it brings people together. It's enormous fun, you have to be there to really enjoy it. Because it's really unique in all of Europe. I've travelled the world and apart from Brazil, you won't see anything like this. Close your eyes and just go with the flow.
The history of the battle started in 1902 in celebration of the coronation of Edward VII, and then this is what we've built since then. Investment in time, I hate to think, but there could be anything, hundreds, literally thousands of hours of free time being put to it. Flowers, 150,000 blooms on a major float, magnificent. The floats are all depictions of various characters, cartoon characters, funny moments and that kind of thing. And they're all carved out of things like paper mache and polystyrene and then covered with flowers.
We are looking first of all for the design of the float, and then of course the workmanship and finish of the exhibit. Also finish our judging by looking at the overall impression that the exhibit makes on the arena.
It's the biggest floral parade of its kind within Europe, which amazes me considering how small the island is within Europe itself. The float this year is entitled Pow Wow, and the theme is around native Canadian Indians. I've tried to kind of go for a very authentic scene with the chief on his horseback on top of the mountain with the teepee, the totem poles, the guys in the kayaks, and all the sort of Canadian wildlife that you'd expect to find within that scene. I think anybody who hasn't seen it, when they hear of this floral parade on this tiny island, I think probably imagine it's going to be like well dressing or some kind of little village fete. Until they actually see it, do they then appreciate the sheer size and scale of the event.
According to locals, it never rains on Battle Day. That's because the carnival is held when Jersey is at its sunniest. The quiet island is also a hive of activity, so it's a great time to visit. But you won't be alone. Over 30,000 descend on St Helier for the event. Jersey's parishes, societies and families vie for the top prizes. There's also a crown princess. She's called Miss Battle and is selected from the local parishes. The pageant goes on well into the evening. That's when the moonlight parade takes centre stage. It's more atmospheric than the daytime, and it's when locals turn out in their droves for a street party. The pageant is about community. Over 10,000 people are involved in putting on the show. It's also about friendly competition and rivalry. A float can cost £15,000, and although each team is given a grant, people raise more money so they can top their competitors. And now, over a century on, it's a world-renowned parade. The evening ends with a firework display, and then they start all over again making floral floats for next year. If you can't make it to Brazil, check out Jersey's Battle. This carnival's got flower power.